The Eufy E30 Smart Lock. Is it the perfect lock for your smart home? Let's talk about it. What up, everybody? George Langabeer here. Yeah, today we're talking smart locks. We're talking the Eufy E30 Smart Lock, and very exciting, this one supports Matter, which means you can add the smart lock to pretty much any smart home platform. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to talk price and specs, give you my full review. Let's get started with the unboxing.
To the rhythm of the violent breeze.
Before we get into everything else, I just want to thank Eufy for sending me this lock and for sponsoring this video. But sponsored or not, you know I'm always going to tell you like it is. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk setup and installation. You're going to get the Eufy app. You're going to sign up for an account if you haven't already. Then you're going to add the device. You go through their list of devices. It shows you a picture of the exact model. It's going to walk you through it step by step with pictures and videos. And that even goes for installation. Now, this is not a retrofit lock. I've been doing a lot of retrofit locks lately as far as reviews go, meaning that this lock, you are going to replace the outside and the inside of your deadbolt. But again, the app walks you through that step by step, and setup and installation can be done in under 15 minutes. Once you've added the lock to the Eufy app, then you can go into the Matter integration part of the settings of the lock and then add it to your smart home. In my case, it was Apple Home. So I go to the Matter section, I put it in pairing mode, and then I go to Apple Home and add the lock just like you would any other Apple Home accessory. All right, moving on to price and specs. This lock is currently $169.99. Check in the description of this video for affiliate links as far as purchasing the lock. Also check it out for any discount codes. We've got several different methods of using this lock. You can use your fingerprint, and it takes 0.3 seconds to unlock this lock using the fingerprint. And then the lock continues to learn your fingerprints, and through machine learning, after 20 uses, it'll identify any unique features as far as using your fingerprint. You can lock and unlock through the Eufy app. You've got a physical keypad on the outside of your door. Eufy also sends you some physical keys that you can use. Now, I didn't try this myself at a locksmith, but Eufy says that you cannot rekey that lock. You can lock and unlock using voice commands with Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. You've also got anti-peep passcodes. So basically it scrambles your real code and gives you a fake code so somebody looking doesn't know your real code. I know that sounds confusing, but it's pretty cool. Now, I didn't get to test it this long, but Eufy is telling me up to 8 months of battery life. You also get low battery alerts when it's at 20%. Matter integration allows you to use the lock with smart home devices like HomePods. And in my case, using Apple Home, I get real-time notifications. I can ask for the lock status. You get event logs, and then you can also unlock and lock remotely using your smart home platform, in my case, Apple Home. This lock is compatible with most standard deadbolts in the United States and Canada. You have an auto lock feature that you can set at different intervals, meaning that when you leave and you forget to lock the door, it will lock itself automatically after whichever interval you set. This lock also has emergency unlock, so if your battery completely dies, you can use a portable charger to charge it enough to get you going again. You can create up to 100 customized codes for neighbors, family, friends, whatever it may be, but that's pretty cool that you can do up to 100. And I think this is a first for any lock I've reviewed, but this lock is EMP resistant. You know, the electrical pulses that take out all the electronic devices. You see them in movies and TV shows all the time. Well, this lock is resistant to that, and that's pretty sweet. And as far as security, this lock has AES 128 encryption. All right, now let's talk about some highlights using the Eufy app. I've got the app pulled up here. We've got integrate with the doorbell camera. So this is pretty cool. Now with different models of the Eufy doorbells, you can integrate it with this lock. And then when you go to your doorbell, you have a little icon in the top right of the screen, and you can lock and unlock your door right there from the image of your doorbell. Then you've got your auto lock settings. So again, this is when you leave. If you forget to lock the door, it'll lock itself. You've got your timer, and then you can also do a schedule. You've got one-touch locking. Lock it by long pressing the confirm button. Wrong try protection. You got your wrong try attempts. You can do 3 attempts up to 10 attempts. You've also got the lockdown time, so how long the lock will be shut out if you've got too many attempts. You've got from 1 minute to 5 minutes. Scramble your passcode. You can unlock your door by entering some random numbers before or after your passcode. So that's that anti-peep. So if somebody's looking at you, you can throw them off by putting in some unnecessary numbers. And then there's the Work with Matter section. And this is where you can put your lock in pairing mode to add it to your smart home platform. So again, I used Apple Home, but you just go down to connect third-party ecosystem. You can see there's your different options, and then it takes it from there. And then you go to the app, like the Apple Home app in my case, and then you add it just like you would any other device. All right, now let's talk about using the lock with the Apple Home app. I'm gonna go to Apple Home. I'm gonna go to the security tab. There's my lock. It is currently locked. Let's unlock it. You can hear it in the background. Now I've got this set up right now to get notifications through the Eufy app. So I'm going to get a notification. There you go. George unlocked the door by the app. Now you can also set up notifications to the Apple Home app. I'm going to lock my lock back up. I'm going to go to settings. Again, you can hear it in the background. In the Apple Home app, I can change the name of the lock. I see my battery level, and then you're going to see what room you put it in your Apple Home. You can add it to your home view, include it in your favorites. You can also manage your access. So in the Apple Home app with a smart lock, you've got your access codes. There's my entire family. I can edit those, turn on the access code, turn them off, whatever I want to do. I can also do the automatic lock through the Apple Home if I don't do it through the Eufy app. And I've got different increments here that I could do that. So that's pretty cool. You can add the lock to an automation, which is what the smart home's all about, automations. It gives you suggested scenes. You can control your status and notifications. And then you've got some general information about the lock. Now the options in the Apple Home app are a little more basic than the Eufy app, but you still have the key basics here, and that's all that matters. And it's just great to have options. All right, let's talk my review, pros and cons. We're going to start with the pros. I think it's fantastic that when you're using your fingerprint that it only takes 0.3 seconds, and I'm telling you, it truly does. It is lightning fast. I love that you can integrate this lock with your doorbell. So if you go to the Eufy app and see your Eufy doorbell, you can see your lock status in the top right. And if you've got somebody at your door, you can unlock the door or lock the door, whatever you want to do. But it's really cool that you can do it right from the doorbell screen. This lock is very well made, and both the keypad on the outside and the interior part of the lock feels very premium. And I really like the variety of different methods that you can use this lock, like the fingerprint, the keypad, the app, smart home integration, all of it. Very cool. And speaking of that Matter integration, that is definitely a pro, so you can use it with any smart home platform. In my case, I'm really excited that I can use it with Apple Home. The auto lock was very reliable, and for me, this is a big deal. I've done reviews on several locks where that didn't work so well, because when I leave and I forget to lock the door, I want to make sure that it locks behind me, and with this lock, that never failed. Now, like I said before, I haven't had this doorbell for 8 months. I've had it for several weeks, but not 8 months, so I haven't got to test the battery life. But if Eufy is correct in the up to 8 months, that's definitely a pro. Moving on to my cons. Now, the first one, we've got Matter integration, and that's awesome. But I really wish, since we do have this in Apple Home, that we had Apple HomeKey, where you could use your phone and watch to unlock it. I will tell you that Teresa, my wife, also misses that feature. Now, me personally, I think I like the fingerprint more than using my watch, and especially at that 0.3 seconds. So I really don't miss it much, but Teresa did. But I do think it'd be a cool feature to add, and then this would be nearly the perfect smart lock. And then another con, when it came to the Apple Home integration, I did have the no response, where it just says that it's trying to connect, and then it goes to no response. That did happen to me a couple times, where I had to actually reset the Matter integration. So that was a pain in the butt. But, you know, it's great that it's in Apple Home. I just wanted to work flawlessly, and I just had a few issues. So those are my 2 cons. Overall, I love this lock. I think it's a great value for the money. You go to that price and compare it to other smart locks out there for what you're getting here. I think it's right in line. I think it feels very premium and well made. Eufy's been on a roll with the new products lately. I've been very impressed, and they've got a bunch of new stuff coming, which is going to be even cooler. And I really like that they're back on board with Apple Home. Both their cameras, the smart lock, everything. Keep it coming, Eufy. Good job on bringing that back. But yeah, overall, I love this lock. But what do you think? What's your favorite smart lock out there? What do you think of Eufy's smart locks? Have you tried one before? They've got a lock with the video doorbell integrated. They've got a couple different smart locks out there. I just really like this one because of the Matter integration. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is there a smart lock out there you would like me to review? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. So until the next video, peace and love, my friends.